Mario Cristobal and Mike Elko are two very fascinating coaches. Miami heading to Texas A&M, and both these teams having a shot at the national title is interesting. Now, yes, Miami lost to Louisville in a close game at Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium. Well, let me tell you something. Jeff Brom is not a coach that you even consider not paying attention to. Jeff Brom has got that team going really good. SMU, what they've got going on at SMU, plus they lost in overtime at SMU. Texas is not an easy place to play football, period. And SMU, while they may not have been what they were last year, this is a team that went 8-4. And they just couldn't recover from what happened last year. Not saying that they lost anything. I'm just meaning that, they just put a lot into last year. So, what Miami has done this year is interesting. Now, do I believe that Miami would have gotten in there if Virginia had gotten in there? No, because I don't like this college football playoff committee. I really don't. Miami is a good team. I think they should have played for the conference championship over a team that had lost lost 5 games. That was one of the biggest jokes of a conference championship I've ever seen. Now Texas A&M, they only lost 1 game and still couldn't make it into the conference championship. Ooh, they lost to Texas. It's a rivalry game. Let me tell you something. Rivalry games are a whole different thing, especially in the South. Rivalry games throw everything out the door. They play differently. You asked Ohio State last year about that Michigan rivalry. This is a stout team. I like what Mike Elko has done. He's not had the best of teams because he's still recovering, but Casey Concepcion, Marcel Reed, all of them. This is a good Texas A&M team. But we're going to take a look at this by the numbers, as we always do on my channel, because I want to see where everything should be going. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics, do a little basketball and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Nealon, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. Now, since Miami is visiting, we're going to cover them first. Carson Beck. Hey, everybody knows Carson Beck. He was at Georgia. Even though he got injured, hey, it's Carson Beck. 263 of 352, 74.7 completion rate. Let me tell you something. That's some good numbers right there. 3,072 yards through the air. Through 25 touchdowns. Had 10 interceptions, though, but only got sacked 9 times. They've got 27 touchdowns through the air, 10 interceptions, 11 sacks. It's a good team. Good offensive line. Just a tad under 1 sack a game. Rushing, Mark Fletcher. 141 carries, 685 yards, 10 touchdowns. Chamar Brown, 100 carries, 389 yards, 5 touchdowns. Now, these guys aren't doing explosive plays as running backs. They're just doing solid plays, which could hurt them in this game. Gerard Pringle, 58 for 362, 4 touchdowns. Got a few other guys got touchdowns. They got 23 on the ground. Somewhat balanced of an offense because you've got these guys getting into the end zone on the receiving side. Malachi Tony, 84 catches, 970 yards, got a 61-yard long run, 7 touchdowns. Keelan Marion is a little bit of a surprise here. Got 41 catches, 557 yards, 61-yard long run, only got into the end zone once. CJ Daniels. Now, this dude is interesting. 35 catches, 391 yards, got 7 touchdowns. Elijah Lofton, 21 catches, 195 yards, 3 touchdowns. Joshua Moore, 14 for 194, got 2 touchdowns. Chamar Brown, 16 for 115, 2 touchdowns. Got a few other guys got one. Unfortunately, this Carson Beck even caught one for 14 yards and got a touchdown. 27 touchdowns through the air, 23 on the ground. They can score. Now let's look at their defense. 34 sacks on opposing quarterbacks. That's not bad. That's a power conference going on right there. That's power conference numbers. Their pass defense, 45 pass deflections, 12 interceptions. They scored on 2 of them. Not a bad, not elite, but it's a good pass defense. 12 forced fumbles, 8 fumble recoveries. Now that right there, that shows their defensive line is working. Now, Muhammad Torrey is the leading tackler, 54 tackles, 1 sack, 3 pass deflections. Jacoby Thomas, 48 tackles, 3 sacks, 4 pass deflections, 4 interceptions, 1 that he scored on 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. Zechariah Poyser, 47 tackles, 1 sack, 5 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries. These guys are doing the work, but not as well as you would think. Wesley Besant, 46 tackles, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble. These guys are doing the work. They are. But they're not as they're a little interesting. Let's just put it that way. Penalty wise, you're looking at they did 91 penalties, 752 yards, 62 yards game. Not a very disciplined team. Got a great quarterback room. Their rushing is a little no explosive plays, but they're doing what they need to do. Receiving core does really good, and their defense is solid, very solid. Now, the Aggies, Marcel Reed, this guy, everybody's been talking about him. 209 of 338, 2,932 yards through the air, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, been sacked 10 times. They got 26 touchdowns through the air, 12 interceptions, been sacked 12 times. So they're averaging 1 a game. Their numbers are a little concerning when it comes to interception to touchdown ratio. Now, rushing, Reuben Owens, 112 carries, 618 yards, got a 57-yard long run, 5 touchdowns. Marcel Reed, 89, 466, 6 touchdowns. Le'Veon Moss, 70 carries, 389 yards, 6 touchdowns. This is a ground and pound situation here. E.J. Smith, 40 carries, 191 yards, 4 touchdowns. Few other guys got 1 for 28 touchdowns on the ground. KC Concepcion on the receiving side's got 57 catches, 886 yards, 9 touchdowns. Mario Craver, 52 for 825, got an 86-yard long run, 4 touchdowns. Ashton Bethel Roman, 20 catches, 459 yards, 76-yard long run, 5 touchdowns. Nate Boerkircher, 17 catches, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns. Two for Jamarian Moreau. Few others got one for their 26. Another balanced offense there. But Marcel Reed is a difference maker. He can throw and he can rush. Now, on defense, they got 41 sacks on opposing quarterbacks. Now, that's some numbers right there you got to look at. They know how to get to the opposing quarterback. Got 41 pass deflections, but only 3 interceptions. Their secondary is a little lacking. Another less than Miami, but still good numbers. Not elite, just good. 9 forced fumbles, 6 fumble recoveries. Leading tacklers, Tarian York, linebacker, 67 tackles, 1 sack, 2 pass deflections, 1 fumble recovery. Now, this is something I don't like this when the safeties are having to do this much work. Marcus Ratcliffe, 60 tackles, 3 pass deflections. Here's something else I don't like. Dalton Brooks, who is a safety, 55 tackles. He's had to come up for 3 sacks. 1 pass deflection, 1 interception, 2 fumble recoveries. And Damian Sanford, who's a linebacker, 50 tackles, 3.5 sacks, 2 pass deflections, 1 interception, 2 forced fumbles. Solid numbers, but they're not doing a lot of work on a lot of this. Time or penalties, 90 for 774, 64 yards game. Another penalty or not very disciplined team. Their quarterback, hey, Marcel Reed is somebody that knows how to do the work. Rushing, they've got a solid rushing core. Some of them can do some explosive plays. Marcel Reed just, hey, that man can do what he needs to do, knows how to get out of everything. Casey Concepcion, I loved him at NC State when I saw him because, hey, Tennessee played them. I saw him when he was there. Great pickup. They've got some explosive playmakers, but they've also got just solid folks. I'm looking at this, and the defensive line knows how to do what they need to do, but they're not breaking up the pass as much. Carson Beck will kill you there. It's a very solid team, as has been proven by them going 11-1 and only being beaten by Texas. I'm looking at these two teams. I like both these teams. I'm thinking, Miami, Mario Cristobal getting them there, but he had lesser competition in a lot of ways. Texas A&M had to pay. They beat Notre Dame, another team. He beat Notre Dame at Notre Dame. This is a college football playoff team right here. They didn't face the strongest until they got to LSU. After they faced Notre Dame, they then had to face, or they didn't face anybody again until October. And they had to go to LSU, and they beat LSU there. They had to go to Mizzou. They had to go to Columbia, Missouri, and they beat Mizzou pretty convincingly. Unfortunately, they got beat by Texas, but like I said, that's a rivalry game. Rivalry games are different. You can't grade them. Hey, Miami also beat Notre Dame. They beat a good South Florida team. Of course, they beat Florida State. But them losing to Louisville and SMU, they were able to smack down Pitt. That's the only thing on this. Notre Dame and Pitt are their two best wins. Whereas Texas A&M had Notre Dame, had Mizzou, had LSU. I'm looking at all of this. I really am. And I think because of competition, of what you have to build up to, and because of what you have to look at via the ACC, I am thinking that the Aggies gig 'em. Yep. I think it's going to be Aggies. I think that the Aggies are going to gig them. Plus, hey, Miami's going to have to deal with the 12th man. And let me tell you something, the 12th man ain't no joke. This is going to be a 11 o'clock their time, 12 o'clock Eastern time game. I would not want to be Miami heading into Kyle Field. I really would not want to be Miami heading into Kyle Field. Do I think Mario Cristobal could win? Yes. But in all honesty, I'm looking at this and Texas A&M, any problems that they've been having are going to be handled. You've got Casey Concepcion, Marcel Reed. I like Miami. Carson Beck, good quarterback. I understand why he went to Miami to be with his girlfriend with Fletcher. Hey, Fletcher as a running back, great guy. Pringle, Tony on the receiving side has been carrying this team this year. I'm just thinking because of competition faced and because of what they've had to do, this is going to be Aggies. But you tell me what you think. Hey, that's my video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And comment. Don't forget that either. Hey, this has been Paul with
Artlist.io.
Redneck Thinker Media. I do sports, I do politics. Hit like, subscribe. And y'all, this has been Paul. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.